What if I told you that just 5 fruits, yes, real, everyday fruits, could quietly bring more energy into your body, help your blood flow like it used to, and maybe even bring back some of that spark that felt like it faded with time? Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Fruits? Come on. I've eaten fruit all my life, what could possibly be different now? But stay with me. Because this isn't just about food, it's about what that food does inside you, especially after 60. You see, aging doesn't just show up in gray hair or creaky knees. It's quieter than that. It sneaks in through things we don't talk about enough, like low energy, cold feet, fading intimacy, or a sense that your body isn't quite your own anymore. And the people around you? Sometimes they don't notice. Or worse, they assume this is just normal. But let me ask you something, what if it isn't? What if those changes, those quiet shifts in circulation, in confidence, even in connection, weren't just something you had to accept, but something you could gently improve, starting with what you eat? That's where these 5 fruits come in. They're not exotic. They're not expensive. And no, they're not miracle cures. But each one has something powerful hidden inside it, a compound, a nutrient, a natural chemical, that supports better blood flow, healthier arteries, and more vitality from the inside out. And when your blood is flowing better, everything feels different. Your hands warm up. Your legs feel lighter. Your thinking clears. Your sleep deepens. And yes, even the part of life we often stop talking about after 60, intimacy, touch, closeness, starts to feel a little more possible again. Now, let's be honest here. This is the kind of stuff people often whisper about in old age. Nobody wants to say out loud, I feel disconnected from my partner. Or, I don't feel like myself in my own skin. But the truth is, you're not alone. And you don't have to settle for fading into the background of your own life. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple fruits, yes, just fruits, that can gently support your circulation, boost your energy, and maybe, just maybe, help you feel like yourself again. Or even better. We're also going to clear up a few myths that might be stopping you from using these natural tools. And I'll show you exactly how to bring them into your routine in ways that are easy, safe, and surprisingly enjoyable. And here's the thing, you don't need to overhaul your whole lifestyle. You just need to take small, loving steps toward supporting your body in the stage of life you're in. Because your body is still capable of feeling good, of giving love, of receiving it. You're still capable of being vibrant. And you deserve that. So before we dive in, I want to invite you to pause for a second. If you believe, deep down, that aging should be full of grace, not limitations. If you believe that your best years don't end at 60, but maybe start again in a new way, then I want you to comment below with these 3 words, health is wealth. Because that's what this is really about, not just living longer, but living better. And while you're here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and become part of our community here at Elders Wisdom Institute. This is a space where we talk about the things that really matter, your health, your heart, your story. You're not just a number. You're someone with wisdom, experience, love to give, and more life to live. Now, let's take that first step. Let me show you the first fruit that could change everything. Let's start with a fruit that's not only beautiful to look at, but powerful beneath its skin. Pomegranate. Now, I want to tell you a little story, one that stuck with me over the years. There was a man named Mr. Howard. He was in his 70s, a retired jazz musician with soft eyes and a smile that still held rhythm. He told me once, over a slow afternoon tea, that he and his wife had started drinking a small glass of pomegranate juice together every evening. He called it their romantic routine. Just a few sips. Sometimes with music in the background, sometimes just holding hands in silence. He said, it wasn't the juice that changed everything. It was what it did to our connection. It brought something warm back. Something we thought was gone. Now here's why that simple act was more than sweet, it was smart. Pomegranate is loaded with antioxidants and natural nitrates, compounds that help increase something in your body called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is what helps your blood vessels relax and open up, so blood flows more freely. It's like turning a trickling stream into a smooth, strong river. And when your circulation improves, not just in your heart or legs, but everywhere, it affects how you feel, how you move, and yes, how you experience intimacy. Because physical connection isn't just about desire, it's about blood flow. And when that flow returns, so can warmth, sensitivity, and confidence. But here's the problem. A lot of folks dismiss pomegranate juice. They think, oh, it's too sweet, too sugary, not for someone my age. And sure, some store-bought versions are full of added sugar. But that's not what I'm talking about. This isn't about guzzling a big glass of processed juice. It's about being intentional. It's about small, mindful habits that nourish your body where it needs it most. So here's a tip from Mr. Howard's playbook, just a few ounces of unsweetened pomegranate juice in the morning. Maybe stirred into a smoothie, or even sipped slowly with a pinch of cinnamon, which helps balance your blood sugar and adds a warming touch. That's it. Nothing complicated. Nothing hard. Just simple nourishment, with love and purpose. Because sometimes, the smallest changes create the biggest shifts. And believe it or not, pomegranate is just the beginning. Because next, we're going to talk about a fruit that most people completely overlook. One that's humble, common, and shockingly effective when it comes to waking up your circulation and even lifting your mood. Let's move on to that next quiet powerhouse. You probably already have it sitting in your kitchen. Fruit number 2, watermelon, nature's gentle booster. Now, take a moment to think back. Can you remember those long summer days, when the sun was high and the air felt thick and heavy? Maybe you were out on the porch, or sitting under the shade of a tree. And just when the heat felt too much to bear, someone, probably grandma, brought out a big plate of cold, juicy watermelon. Thick slices, bright red flesh, maybe a little juice dripping down your fingers before you even took the first bite. Back then, it just tasted good. It cooled you down, made you smile. But what most of us didn't realize, what even grandma probably didn't know, is that she was handing you something far more powerful than just a sweet treat. She was giving you a natural vascular tonic. Yes, really. You see, watermelon is packed with something called citrulline, an amino acid that quietly goes to work deep inside your body. Citrulline helps your blood vessels relax and widen, which means blood can flow more freely, especially to the lower parts of your body where circulation tends to slow down as we age. And here's the beautiful part, because it's so gentle, it doesn't shock the system. It coaxes it. It whispers to your veins, let go. Flow better. Open up. That's why watermelon can be especially helpful in the evenings. It hydrates you, yes, but it also sets the stage for better relaxation, warmer extremities, and even more comfort in your own skin when you're winding down at night. But let's address the common myth that keeps people from taking watermelon seriously. You've probably heard someone say, oh, it's just water and sugar. Or maybe you've thought that yourself. But here's the truth, watermelon isn't just sweet water. It's a circulation-enhancing powerhouse, wrapped in a smile. It's not about eating half a melon, either. It's about consistency, just a few slices in the late afternoon. Not too much, not too little. Let it work gently over time, like a daily act of kindness for your heart and your body. And something else to remember? That hydration you're getting from watermelon, it's not just about thirst. It helps thin the blood, easing its journey through narrowed arteries, especially in the legs, feet, and yes, even those more private areas that we tend to stop talking about as we grow older. But we need to talk about it. Because intimacy isn't gone, it's just been waiting for support. And sometimes, the body responds to simple signals, like the cooling, healing juice of a fruit you've loved since childhood. Now, if watermelon is the gentle encourager, easing things along naturally, the next fruit is more like a quiet builder. It doesn't make a big splash, but it works deep beneath the surface, repairing, restoring, and strengthening your blood flow over time. Let's take a look at this next overlooked hero, because chances are, you're walking right past it at the store without even realizing what it could do for you. Let's keep going. Fruit number 3, berries, blueberries and strawberries. Tiny but mighty. Let me tell you about someone special. Her name's Clara. She's 68, a widow of 5 years, and one of the most graceful women you'd ever meet. Soft-spoken, always with a cardigan draped over her shoulders, and eyes that still hold the brightness of her youth, even after all life's storms. Clara had been feeling heavy for a while. Not just emotionally, but physically. She told me, "My legs feel tired by noon. Like I'm walking through wet sand." She'd lost a bit of her spark, the pep in her step. And her doctor, gently, suggested a change. Not a big one, just something small. He told her, "Try adding berries to your breakfast. Every day. Don't think about it, just do it." So she did. Just a handful of blueberries and sliced strawberries stirred into her oatmeal each morning. No fanfare. No diet plans. Just this one shift. And within a few months, Clara said something beautiful. "My legs feel lighter. And oddly, my mood feels lighter too. Like something just started moving again." Now here's why that happened. Berries, especially blueberries and strawberries, are packed with flavonoids. These little compounds have powerful effects on your body's circulatory system. They help lower blood pressure, increase artery flexibility, and even protect the delicate lining inside your blood vessels, allowing blood to move more freely. And they don't stop there. Flavonoids also support cognitive function, that's your memory, your mental clarity, your emotional awareness. And why does that matter? Because connection, true, meaningful connection, requires your mind and heart to be awake. Whether it's sharing stories, feeling close to your partner, or just enjoying time with family, it all starts with feeling like yourself again. But here's a common mistake I see people make: they skip the berries when they are not fresh. They think, "Oh, frozen berries aren't the same. They must have lost their nutrients." But let me reassure you, that's not true. In fact, frozen berries are often picked at peak ripeness and flash frozen, locking in their nutrients better than the ones that sit too long in the produce aisle. So don't shy away from that frozen bag in the freezer section. They are not second best, they're your secret weapon. Here's a simple tip that Clara swears by: take a handful of frozen blueberries, warm them slightly, and stir them into a bowl of warm oats. Or blend them into a cup of plain yogurt for a creamy, heart-loving snack. The sweetness is subtle, but the impact, it's deep. Not just on your blood flow, but on your spirit. Because feeling good in your body is about more than just movement, it's about feeling alive in every part of your day. Now, berries may be small, but their effect is mighty. Still, the next fruit on our list? It brings with it a taste of the tropics, and a benefit that reaches places most people don't even know need help. Let's move from the gentle sweetness of berries to a golden fruit that does more than just brighten your plate. Let's talk about what happens when you invite pineapple into your daily routine. Shall we? Fruit number 4, avocado, the heart and hormone harmonizer. There's something quietly beautiful about shared rituals, especially the ones that seem small on the surface, but hold something much deeper underneath. I remember speaking to a couple, James and Eleanor, in their late 70s. They'd been married for over 50 years. And one morning over coffee, Eleanor laughed and said, "Would you believe avocado toast became our little intimacy ritual?" Now, she wasn't talking about candlelight or big gestures. No, it was simpler than that. Every morning, they'd make it together. James would mash the avocado, Eleanor would toast the bread. Then they'd sit across from each other, sprinkle just a hint of chili flakes on top, and talk. She said, it wasn't the food. It was how we shared it. But somehow, it also made us feel better. More alive. More connected. And you know what? There's real wisdom in that. Avocados are more than just trendy food, they are one of nature's richest sources of healthy fats, specifically monounsaturated fats. These fats are the good kind, the ones that support your heart, reduce inflammation, and help your body produce the hormones it needs to stay in balance. That's especially important as we age. For postmenopausal women, for older men, these hormone shifts can lead to sluggish energy, mood changes, and yes, even dips in desire or emotional closeness. But what if a simple fruit, creamy, satisfying, and nourishing, could help support that delicate hormonal dance? That's what avocado does. It also brings along a wealth of potassium, which helps regulate blood pressure, and vitamin E, which improves blood vessel health and even supports skin elasticity. All of which feeds not only your circulation, but your confidence. Now, let's talk about a common misconception. A lot of people avoid avocados because they think, oh, they are too fatty. That can't be good for me. But here's the truth, the right fats don't make you heavy, they make you healthy. They lubricate your joints, fuel your brain, and keep your heart pumping strong. And when it comes to intimacy in your later years, these fats play a quiet but crucial role in keeping you feeling connected, centered, and yes, even desirable. And you don't need to get fancy with it. Here's a simple tip to try, take half an avocado, mash it gently on a slice of whole grain toast, add a pinch of chili flakes, and maybe a drizzle of olive oil or a slice of boiled egg on top. That's more than breakfast. That's heart health and intimacy nutrition, wrapped in something delicious. And if you want to turn it into a shared moment, make it for someone you care about. Sit with them. Talk. Laugh. Let the food do its part, and let your presence do the rest. Now, we've talked about ancient elixirs, childhood favorites, tiny repairers, and hormone harmonizers. But there's still one more fruit we need to explore. And this one? It's warm. Spicy. Slightly exotic. It's the kind of fruit that doesn't just support circulation, it wakes it up. A natural spark for those parts of the body and spirit that might have grown quiet over time. Let's talk about the boldest fruit of the 5. You might not expect this one, but once you learn about it, you'll never look at it the same again. Fruit number 5, dark grapes, the silent strengthener. Let's take a moment to travel, just in our minds. Picture a quiet, sun-kissed village in the hills of southern Italy. The kind where the roads curve gently, old men sit outside cafes in the morning sun, and the pace of life feels just right. In these villages, there's a quiet ritual among the elders. Each evening, they pour a small glass of red wine, made from dark grapes, often grown just a few hills away. It's not about indulgence. It's not even about taste, really. It's about tradition. About ritual. About heart health, yes, but also the way they pause, reflect, and share time together. This isn't just romantic storytelling. It's rooted in science. Dark grapes, especially those with deep purple or almost black skins, are rich in a compound called resveratrol. And this little molecule is one of nature's most powerful allies when it comes to vascular function. Resveratrol helps reduce inflammation in the blood vessels, improves endothelial flexibility, that's the layer inside your blood vessels that controls how easily blood flows, and supports the overall rhythm of circulation throughout your body. It's like giving your entire vascular system a gentle, supportive hug from the inside. But here's where many people get it wrong. They think the only way to get resveratrol is from wine, and they assume more is better. But the truth? It's not about the alcohol. It's about the grape skin, where most of that goodness lives. Grape juice, when it's pure and unsweetened, offers many of the same benefits. And even better? The grapes themselves. Chewed, skin and all. You don't need to drink wine every evening to gain this support. You can simply reach for a handful of dark grapes, let them roll between your fingers, and enjoy them slowly. Here's a practical little tip I share with my own loved ones. Take a bunch of dark grapes, Concord, Red Globe, or Black Seedless, and freeze them. Once they are frozen, they become like tiny sorbet bites. Perfect as a post-dinner treat, a little something sweet, without added sugar. That nourishes not just your cravings, but your circulation. Over time, small changes like this begin to build momentum in your body. Blood starts moving more freely. Your limbs feel warmer. Your energy becomes more stable. And in ways you might not expect, your confidence, your connection to your body, and your intimate spark, they begin to quietly return. You may not notice it in one day. But one morning, you'll wake up and realize, you feel more like you. Because when your blood flows well, everything else follows. And now that you know about these 5 powerful fruits, from the ancient elixir of pomegranate to the silent strength of dark grapes, you have tools in your hands. But this journey, it's not just about what we eat. It's about how we feel, how we love, how we live. So let's talk about that next, because the emotional side of this story matters just as much as the science. Let's go there together. Fruit number 5, dark grapes, the silent strengthener. Now, picture this. A small village in Italy, tucked between rolling hills and sunlit vineyards. Here, the elders gather each evening, not to indulge in luxury, but to honor a time-honored tradition. A tradition centered around a modest glass of red wine, poured carefully from dark, plump grapes harvested from their family's own vines. But this isn't just about the wine, it's about connection, ritual, and a deep respect for the body that carries us through decades. These elders cherish that moment as a daily act of nurturing their hearts and their spirits. What's the secret behind this simple yet powerful practice? It all comes down to the dark grapes themselves. These rich, jewel-toned fruits are packed with something remarkable called resveratrol. This compound is a true gift from nature, a potent antioxidant known for its ability to support vascular function by relaxing blood vessels and reducing harmful inflammation. Imagine your blood vessels as highways for your life force, delivering oxygen and nutrients where they are needed most. Over time, these highways can become rigid or clogged, making circulation sluggish and leaving you feeling tired, cold, or disconnected. Resveratrol works quietly but powerfully to keep those highways flexible and open, allowing your body to function smoothly, supporting everything from your heart health to your ability to feel warmth, energy, and intimacy. Now, here's a common misunderstanding I want to clear up. Many think you have to drink red wine to get these benefits. But that's not quite true. While a moderate glass of wine can be enjoyable and beneficial for some, it's not the only way to access the power of dark grapes. In fact, the skins and juice of these grapes carry many of the same heart and circulation supporting properties, especially when enjoyed fresh and without added sugars or preservatives. So if you're someone who prefers to skip the alcohol, don't worry, you can still benefit from this fruit's remarkable effects. A handful of dark grapes after dinner can be a sweet, natural way to end your day. Or, try freezing them and enjoying them as a refreshing, circulation-boosting snack on a warm afternoon. They are like little bursts of vitality that quietly strengthen your body from the inside out. It's amazing how such a simple fruit, often overlooked, holds this kind of silent strength. Much like many of us, right? Quietly resilient, nourishing those around us, often unnoticed but absolutely essential. And as we bring this list of 5 fruits to a close, remember, this journey isn't just about the physical benefits, though those are powerful on their own. There's an emotional side to this, too. Because improving circulation and intimacy after 60 is really about rekindling connection with yourself, with your body, and with those you love most deeply. So, with that in mind, let's take a moment to explore that emotional heartbeat behind everything we've talked about today. Growing older, it's a journey unlike any other. And with it come changes, sometimes so subtle you barely notice them at first. But other times, these changes hit you in a way that feels deeply personal, affecting not just your body, but how you relate to yourself and the people you love most. Maybe you've felt it too, the shift in connection. The moments when closeness feels a little harder to reach, or when the energy to be fully present seems to wane. It can feel like a quiet loss, like the space between you and your partner or even your own self has stretched just a bit wider. And that's okay to admit. Because it's real. It's human. But here's the truth I want you to hold on to: you are not powerless. Not by a long shot. Those 5 fruits we talked about today? They aren't just bits of nutrition to check off a list. They are acts of self-love. Simple, yet profound ways to care for your body and your heart. To prepare yourself for more than just physical health, to prepare for intimacy without fear, for connection without hesitation. When you bring these fruits into your life, you're sending a message, to your body and to yourself, that you deserve vitality, warmth, and closeness at every age. So, start small. Really small. Choose just one of these fruits. Maybe it's the juicy pomegranate, or the sweet burst of berries. Add it to your meals this week. Notice the way your body responds, the little shifts in energy, in circulation, in mood. See if you feel a spark of life that wasn't there before. And don't stop there. Watch how it affects your presence, the way you show up for yourself, for your loved ones. Because sometimes, these small choices ripple outward in ways we don't expect. Remember, aging is not about decline or losing what makes you you. It's about rediscovery, finding new ways to flourish, to connect, to love deeply. With the right choices, like these fruits, you're not just surviving your golden years. You're thriving in them. And that, my friend, is a powerful kind of magic. So, to bring it all together, let's take a moment to recap those 5 amazing fruits we've explored today. There's the vibrant pomegranate, with its ancient reputation and powerful ability to boost nitric oxide and circulation. Then the cool, refreshing watermelon, nature's gentle booster, packed with citrulline to relax your blood vessels and help you feel warm and energized. We talked about the tiny but mighty berries, blueberries and strawberries, full of flavonoids that not only improve your circulation but lift your mood and mental clarity. Don't forget the creamy avocado, the heart and hormone harmonizer, providing the healthy fats and nutrients that support balance and vitality. And finally, the deep, rich dark grapes, the silent strengtheners, offering resveratrol to reduce inflammation and keep your vascular system flexible. Each of these fruits has its own unique gift to offer, a natural way to support your body's circulation, boost your energy, and yes, rekindle intimacy, even after 60. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you already been including any of these fruits in your daily routine? Maybe there's a fruit your family has sworn by for generations, something you believe keeps vitality flowing through your loved ones. Share your stories down below in the comments. Your experiences could be the inspiration someone else needs to take their first step toward better health and connection. If this video opened a new window for you, helping you see aging not as a limitation but as an opportunity to nurture yourself and your relationships, then please give it a like. It really helps others find this message. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe to Elders Wisdom Institute. Here, we're committed to real conversations, about health, about family, and about aging with the grace, dignity, and strength you deserve. There's so much more to discover together. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Stay curious about your body, stay kind to yourself, and remember, your best years are still ahead, waiting to be lived fully and joyfully. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and keep that spark alive.